People refusing to pay parking tickets are costing the City of Asheville big money. The fines and fees add up quickly, but collecting the money isn't easy.
In tonight's reality check, News 13's Frank Fraboni tells us how much money the city stands to lose.
The City of Asheville is owed more than $1 million. That's fees and penalties just for parking tickets. Money it will probably never collect. In the City of Asheville, there's no shortage of parking meters.
I have 3 routes.
Emptied regularly to collect the coins.
Give or take about $1,800.
That's just his route, nearly 750 meters across the city.
Well, depending on the area, the business area, and how busy it is, we will do it every day.
The collections bring in more than $1 million a year. But almost as much money comes from the people that don't feed the meters. Parking tickets are typically $10, but over time, that lost money can really add up for the city.
I think there's not a business in the world that wishes they could collect 100% of what's owed to them.
Parking Services Manager Harry Brown says the city collects nearly $1 million a year in parking fines. But it's also owed more than $1 million in unpaid parking tickets, money that's hard to collect.
Well, in our environment, we have a lot of tourists coming in.
Brown says finding information about out-of-state plates is often difficult, but that's not the only reason.
Some folks sell their vehicles and some folks just don't pay. And even if you send it to a collection agency, they're just not going to pay.
Over the past 10 years, the city has issued 195,539 citations. 16,459, or 8.4%, have never been paid. That's $1,055,338.
I've seen information from other cities that their rates will run from 9% unpaid up to 20% unpaid.
Where do they have to pay for it?
A $10 parking ticket can only be assessed 3 $25 late fees for a total of $85 owed. But some people have dozens of unpaid tickets. Brown says he remembers a woman who had 60, a more than $5,000 bill they eventually collected.
We're not trying to gouge folks with that, but if it's a legitimate bill owed to the city, we want to collect it.
The city has remedies to collect the unpaid fines. It can send them to the North Carolina Debt Set-Off Program, which garnishes income tax refunds, if you're getting one. They can send it to a collection agency, which can eventually affect your credit rating. And if you have 3 or more unpaid citations over 90 days old, they can boot or immobilize your car or have it impounded. Officials say the intent is to have turnover in short-term street parking to help local businesses.
So these businesses and these professional offices can have a place for their folks to go to their businesses and services. Long-term parking is for garages and off-street lots.
Most people who feed the meters think it's important to pony up and pay the fine.
I would pay it.
Why?
Yeah. Well, because it's the right thing to do. It's a law.
It does help, I guess, with roads and improvements around the city. So might as well, they should collect them.
Dick McCandless believes Asheville has a parking problem.
The bad thing is there's not a lot of parking in Asheville.
Too many cars and not enough spaces.
I think they do need to collect that money if they put it to good use.
A problem city officials say the unpaid fines and fees could help address.
So it's poured back into either improving or assisting in enforcement of parking downtown or other city benefits that the council sees fit.
City parking officials say you can avoid parking fines by using parking garages in lots. They say it's cheaper and designed that way so more people use them for long-term parking. Back to you.